We're going to do another little video here. I think, I'm going to try and keep this focused on Michelle Bachmann, because this is just kind of the joke. There's the whole debt ceiling going on. I already did my thing on that, and I've made my point. The stock market made its today. That's just so ridiculous. I'm reading these three stories, and I really think Michelle Bachmann might be the most ridiculous candidate for president ever. And I mean, I guess the most ridiculous, like, legitimate candidate, like, that people actually seem to be supporting. And here's why, and I've already talked about this a little bit. There's three stories. Let me go ahead and read you the first one. The first headline here. Let's see, where is it? All right, Michelle Bachmann says she, not her husband, is running for office. She talks about her family is off limits. And then I've got another story up here that says Michelle Bachmann, Michelle Obama trying to implement a nanny state with the health initiative. So she's just a flat-out hypocrite. Like, first off, we can't talk about her husband or her family or that stuff, but she can attack the First Lady. Now, I say Michelle Bachmann is the most ridiculous candidate ever. She's edging out Sarah Palin from the last time around. Like, Palin was really ridiculous, and at the time probably was one of the more ridiculous ones ever. Although, I don't know, there might have been weirder ones. But Bachmann, yeah, just the most ridiculous, hypocritical. Like, Palin, like, it's emerged after all the emails came out and all that, and because remember, these are both hardcore Christian conservative women, so they very much feel that the men should wear the pants in the family. And with Palin, that was the case, right? I guess she had this really manly, studly husband, Iditarod and all that. You get to Bachmann, and this is why we can't talk about her husband, because while Palin's husband wears the pants in the family, Bachmann's husband literally buys the skirts. There's this story on here, and it's like an old one from like 2006, so it's before that. And it's like, so they're talking about it, and it's like, shopping help comes from another quarter as well. Before Vice President Dick Cheney's visit this past summer, Bachmann's husband, Marcus, hit the stores. He's got a good sense of style, and came home with a sleek, simple hourglass dress with a yoke collar and winter white. He even bought a matching coat and shoes. I just slipped it on. Her frankly feminine style is an evolution of her childhood days. And so there's these other clips of her husband. The guy's a flamer. Like, really, like, you don't do that unless you're gay or you're making fun of gay people to act that way. And he runs this Christian reparative therapy thing, which anybody, like, when you act like that and do that, what you're fighting against your own, essentially, nature. He's a gay man and he can't accept it. So the thing about Bachmann that's so ridiculous is she just needs to get laid. Like, that's her whole problem. Like, that's why it's so ridiculous. Like, if this woman could just get pounded, I mean, she would be so much more rational. And it's an unfortunate aspect of human physiology and our psyche that sex is it's a part of our being. It's very much our nature. And when you realize this woman hasn't gotten laid but maybe 5-6 times in her life, and every time's been really awkward and strange, she's never, like, really just, and you realize that's why she's so crazy. And it is, like, I don't know if you know this, if you've ever been in a long-term relationship or out of one, but humans, sex drive and that part of our personality, our being, is very important. It's very central to our well-being and our mental well-being. And when you're not getting laid, you get kind of crazy. And I mean, it really, and over time, people who don't get laid for years on end are really just uptight and just have real issues. And for someone who's been married to a gay guy for so long, it explains it all. I mean, that's it. So, I think, I know she won't agree, but somebody just really needs to fuck the living hell out of this woman. And it's not Marcus, because it's too icky for him, and I'd much rather make it all look pretty, dress her up, and, oh, you look so cute, honey, go knock him dead. Oh, the face palming, I think I'm going to smash myself. So, yeah, I guess, sorry, you say, but when you're a hypocrite, Michelle, and you say you can't go after your husband while you're going after someone else's spouse, Well, you obviously see my thinking, my response to that logic. Yeah, you need to get laid, Michelle. It's really just, I can just see her just being like afterwards, like, whew. I've been so crazy. So, yeah. Somebody please sleep with Bachmann. And not her husband.